that was my input last year for our show, my fruit. I want to beat that this year, hoping to get more stuff ready. But impressed with it. Rome wasn't built in a day. I thought that's a good one. I'll borrow that for me Zoom. Nice one. Oh bless. I nicked that one off Jerry. My mate sent this during the week. Obviously another canna. Nice one. As you know, I'm into my cannas. And I sent him a message, you got to stop doing this. Oh, he keeps putting them good ones on. And I keep asking him if you throw seed and everything, meaning I'm going to be inundated. I've got a mate in Ireland. Hi, Mick, hope you well. I followed your instructions with a can of seeds, and the first few have started to show already. See photo. I'm chuffed a bit. Thanks. My onion seed all but failed. A few failed. Too old, I think. The best was been through, which is good seed. You sent me about 3 years ago. Anyone has a decent onion seed spare? If so, I'll send a stamp address envelope. Anyway, I don't know it's through. I thought I got rid of all mine because I don't grow the onions anymore. But I did have a few and I've sorted him out with them as well. But let's have a little close up on his seed that come through his can of seed I sent him. So he's got one there, there's one just shooting through there. So that's pleased him. So he got another one who's got the interest in canners. Well, because I've lost Wilco, whether it's to get me Stanley Nice or whatever, I had this one off eBay. I just need the blade, basically. But that's how the chap come. And you just push him out near the. But that's how I want him. Because this is for slice. I want a clean slice. There's Meldon. He's past his sell by date, so I'm just replacing the chap. And I want a clean slice through my cannons. Right, if you remember last week, me willow, flamingo willow, I'll give him a nice prune, and I've got to sort the rest of these out. If you remember, I had 4 different fragrant roses last year, and I bought one on each corner. And also that was overwintering flowering, scented plant. Well, they didn't have cop, so he's got to come out. This one, for some reason, I mean, he did brilliant, that rose in the corner, but this one, not much cop at all. So I'm going to get him out. And that was one I had in a pot early last year. Duchess of Cornwall, that's scented as well, so he's going to replace him. Florist bucket, put some holes in the bottom. Because that rose is going in here, I'm going to give him a nice bit of muck under him as well. Right, spade and fork ready. Get right. Well, obviously as much root as you can get out as possible. So I've got the spade down the sides to leave it away. So the plants up that road, the roots going down that way, as you can see. So all I'm doing, just holding the rows where I want him, positioning, upright, central, whatever. Then with the other hand, I'm filling in with me good brew, which I've got here. Right, I need a pot the same size as him. So I'll get one out, which I've got back. This is what I used for my canners last year. But I ain't gonna waste money in the sense that I've given that many away last year using these pots. Ain't bothered about the canners. Was I think that was it. I can remember £2.5 each. Or was they? So I've got one similar size or near enough the same. So it's going right up that corner. And because I want him right up this corner, I'm resting that lip on the top. So I'm going to go down just slightly further. So he'll do. Yeah, good root structure. So he's done well in the pot. Get him in. Touch the Cornwall. Also, deadhead regular in pruning spring. Approximately 8 inches, 8 to 10 inches. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm taking out all the rest of the crap. What's in here? I've trawled it. Cutting through all this gumph. I saw that lot there. Load of worms together. So I thought, oh, you're going, boy. Straight in the bin. Boston. Right, back to me, roses, and sorting out that crap. Pet come out and reminded me about these, taking the netting off. All me plastic coated wire meshing, as I've done with the ones below. Still, them that are down here, the squirrels still ain't been in. I thought they'd be digging about looking for the nuts, but so far so good. So they've got freedom now. They won't have no interference. Right, I want a bit of bone meal or fish blood and bone out for the roses. So bone meal I do. Nice and organic, that's what I want. Using the man-made ferts, you gotta, well, if it's undercover, you gotta wash the salts out at the end of the season. That's what the leek and onion men moaned about. Get rid of the salts, just flood it out with water. That's why I like using these. So I've chopped them all down to about 10 inches, and they're all at a feed. This one I'm getting out and all, I forget the name on it. Somebody might recognise the leaf, but he is a scented flower in winter. But he didn't this year. Can I zoom in a bit there? Anybody recognise him?
No.
No. But exactly the same again. I'm going to hold him where I want him and then fill this pot up like I've done there. And these two will go down to our gardening club. I might leave them for another month so they get a bit established. Obviously, I'm going to chop him down and all. I'll read the auction. Yes, Paul, man.
What colour are the flowers on that thing?
I don't know, day flower.
Oh, it never flowered.
No.
That's right, Joe just said that it got yellow flowers on it.
I'm trying to think when I first.
What did you say it was? A Mothis or something? Mimosa or something.
Oh, I sure.
Mimosa, no? Yep. No.
Mimosa.
No.
I don't know. Thank you for that, Paul. I will make a note. Right, give him a good watering. I'll give him a sprinkle of bone meal as well. Once I've watered with a small, fine watering can, then there's no disturbance because it's all down. Then I'll get the big one. Nice windless, dry day. Obviously, rainwater I'm using. And the sun come out perfect. So I'll let them, as you can see, it's coming out the bottom. So I'll let them drain all afternoon before I water them in the greenhouse. If the sunny day like this, I will wedge the windows open and leave the door open unless there's a cold wind. Still get cold wind like today. Out the sun, it's really cold. Even take Lucian out this morning. Ginger's come through on the one. other pot is just about trying to push through there. My first canna seed, which come out of the propagator into the drinking cups, I just see he's the first one to come through. And then obviously the biggest going out. I think there's 24 left in the propagator in cups, plus seeds. Because these lot are for our members class of the gardening club. Trying to get our lot into exhibiting. But so far so good. So if you remember, I tried this one. Ice tray. Last week was I was running out of room. These pots are too big. These ones I had from Asda, and the small yogurts. Them perfect. Obviously being small for the seed for this. The drawback with this one, how do I get the water out of that one when it starts going crap? We'll see that later on. So there's 12 more potted on here. When they spurt, they would go outside as well. This was one of me just some burnt wood. Always Google where I'm going. Remind me about it. Right, our first inputter tonight, I hope he's on. Rog, am you on, mate?
I'm on.
He's a good lad. All yours.
Oh, this is a tawny owl chick in my stepdaughter's garden. The tawny owls, when they hatch out the nest, they go on walkabout before they can fly. So that's why a lot of people see them and pick them up thinking they're lost. They're not. Their parents are feeding them, but they just ain't got any bloody sense. They're like kids, really. So anyway, Maxine went to have a look at it, and the adult flew at her and scratched the back of her neck, and she had to go and have some stitches in it. But but anyway, it's that and its brother or sister certainly managed okay, and they fledged in the end. So all good news.
Good.
That's a friendly robin that Max feeds the birds. So that's her robin that she came into her garden. She feeds that damn thing. That's one of the Tawny owl chicks up in the tree where the nest was in the garden.
Just hoping this works.
And that was the adult just been to feed it and just flown off. There it is. That's one of the parent birds there with it.
Ah,
Beautiful creatures.
first one I've ever seen.
Sorry?
First one I've ever seen.
Oh, tawny owls, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's actually nesting in a willow tree in her garden. I mean, they're amazing. How good they are with human beings around.
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, that was a Valentine's cake my lady friend made for me. Spoiled rotten. Just a little joke.
Video Sparks, amateur electrician. Green to earth, brown to live, blue to bits. Like it.
Yeah. Oh, this was I do some voluntary work for the local canal trust. So I got a digger and a dumper in to clear all the bulrushes, or most of the bulrushes, out of the winding pond down in our little village down the road. That was just unloading the machines, and that was just pulling the bulrushes out onto the bank. Just pull them up on the side so any invertebrates that are in amongst the mud can crawl back down into the water again, and then the stuff just it biodegrades and makes a good bit of compost on the side of the bank.
Excellent.
All voluntary work.
Good man.
That's a critter like bloody caught. I've never eaten mouse. I've eaten nearly everything else, but I haven't eaten a mouse yet. He's fat. Oh yeah,
that's better.
That was that was the full English breakfast without any black pudding or fried bread that my lady friend made for me. I think she's trying to get me into breeding condition. I'm not sure.
The lady friend, I like it.
And that's my 1934 Morgan. Like he's 90 years old this year, and that was a picture of it from an old magazine I found. But I've got that car now with that registration number, so it's a lovely old car.
Brilliant. Do you exhibit it?
No, I don't go to any. Well, I did go to I went to a charity show with it last year, but I don't like shows much. People, I'm not very good with a load of people around really. But I bought it for my own fun, really.
Yeah, nice.
It's got three wheels. It's a three wheeler, so it's only got one back wheel, chain
Oh,
driven. It's a bit primitive, but it goes like the bloody wind actually.
like it.
And that's some homemade Seville orange marmalade I made. Um, I got one jar left, but I give it away to people.
I'm a soft
That, that's honey. I've been doing that this morning. That was some honey I did last week, well, a fortnight ago, and I've just done another 60 jars this morning because I keep bees, obviously. So I jar it up and sell it.
Yeah, we don't get bored either then.
No, I got plenty going on.
Good man. Saves you going soft.
Yeah, that's my it's an amaryllis, isn't it?
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, my daughter gave me two. I had one and I gave one to my lady friend, and hers was twice the size of mine, so I am very impressed, really. I obviously gave her the wrong one, didn't I?
Yeah. I'm looking at your garden as well, Rod.
Oh, yeah, that's her garden. She's won best garden in Newent for flower garden. I think she's won it 6 years on the trot.
Oh,
So she's she grows flowers. She loves it.
yeah. That's it then. We'll have some more photos later on in the year.
Yeah, yeah.
Good man.
Yes, I spotted that, thinking about how you used to do it, and I've been trying to get our local gardening club to do it, but there aren't many gardeners in our gardening club, I don't think, and the school don't seem to be particularly interested. But we've got to get these kids switched on early, haven't we?
Try to, yeah, but it ain't working.
I know, it's such a shame. They put so many barriers in our way to helping the
Yeah.
kids.
Only when I first started taking them down the plot, each class had a full raised bed. And the PC Brigade Health and Safety stopped them coming down.
Yeah, I mean, the local company who make tunnels gave them a polytunnel, which they've got, and they've done nothing much with it. It's just lying there. It's such a shame.
Yeah. Mm.
I'll get a grip on them again, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some gingerbread men that Jill made for the local kiddies, I think. And this is a friend who builds these. He builds these scale model, 5-inch scale model steam locomotives. So I was doing a bit of work for him, and I took a few pictures up in his workshop. And he's got all the machines, does all his own machining and stuff. Very intricate, nothing to do with gardening, of course, but it's
Don't
just
matter.
it's fascinating what people get done, isn't it?
I'm
I
looking
love
at
it.
that nice chair as well.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Great West, good old Great Western.
Say, my next door neighbour is into trains and he's got one that goes all the way around his garden.
Yes, they're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, there's quite a few people do that, you know.
They do. There's a few around here. This guy in particular, but there's 2 or 3 other people around here. They've got a couple of local scale model loco engineering clubs around here, so it's pretty good.
Excellent.
Oh, that was a banana loaf I made. I like to do a bit of baking, so that was showing off. That was me with my hands in the pot.
Like it. Excellent, Rog.
Yeah, thank you.
You're a star. Right, my red currant. This is in obviously the tunnel, back of the garden. Still in his pot from when I had him last year. So he will eventually be going in there, one of my smaller pots. And then he will go alongside the blackberry, which is down the bottom by the patio. Them sewer draining well, still in the sun. Then I saw this little chap. I thought, what the hell is that? Because it was swinging on a little web. Yes, you little horror. Good job he's white, so I could see him. So I squashed him. God knows where he'd come from. Right, alpaca muck. I don't want big lumps, so I'm rubbing the lumps out small as I like them. So I've got to put a good brew in this. Obviously, I'm going to fill that hole with a bit of flat stuff. So my normal brew that I'm mixing up, excellent. Just want to fill the hole. That's what I want, small lumps. And the next one, which is this one, this will get rubbed out as well. This is goat muck. Love me manures. Goat muck's one of the goodies. This is going to be 8 years ago. I found a goat herder right in the middle of Alzoe, in the middle of an housing estate. And there was a field behind her. And luckily, managed to buy it cheap because nobody can get to it or nothing. And that's when there's got to go. Chickens and bloody lot. But has got to get rid of her muck. And I gave her a key to our lot. And they should drop it off. But beautiful stuff. And I'm rubbing that out by hand as well. Beautiful. Couple as I'm going. Right, on the base, I want to put a bit of wood chip. Only about an inch. And I start filling up until I get the same level or just above the pot that's going in underneath it. Have a perv of the pot, see if I've got another spare, but I haven't, so I'll just put the pot in, make sure he's upright, then fill around the outside. Good shit, boss. And my leaf mold. So another good brew of everything. Leaf mold was a good one as well. This is the leaves which I used to get at Mary Stevens Park. Not Mary Stevens Park. I used to take Russian over winter. And I used to, this was the leaf mold from last year. And that's how it was when I scraped it up. I mean, it's already broken down and in small bits. Because I've got the poo bags anyway with highness. I'll just fill a poo bag a day. So eventually I'll fill about 3 of these bags with this leaf mold. Plus I got my own. Right, if you remember last week, I wanted to make a brew because I've lost my contact now with liquid osmog. I've got to make a brew of my own. So I've been dunking the bag up and down. I need some out. Because I've got 2 talks coming up and these 2 bottles are for them. To donate for them. That's going to be a good brew. Not too much wind, so I'll wait till the wind is open again. Right, them 2 are settled and done. Back to me filling up. So I'm pushing the growing medium down the sides as well. If there's any holes on the sides, then I'll put that back in and then push it right down as I'm doing the. Yeah, he looks nice and straight and level. Pull him out. I've got a little hole there, so he'll go back in again and that'll be pushed down at the side, so there's no gaps whatsoever. As you can see there, I've pushed it down. Perfect. Check him out. You can stay at the front and I'll get a bit of material to cover that, protect it, stop it drying out, which I have done there. And then I'm going to give him good watering and everything else that's in pots. Don't forget the other fruit trees that are already planted in have got their own watering system. The ones that are in pots, like this blueberry, he'll be potted on soon. Or Rolly, our second inputter. Are you all ready, sir?
Yeah, I'll turn the sound up, so no, it won't be as good as Roger's, but you know, I'll try my best. Where are we? All it is pictures that I'm actually starting to grow stuff in all these here fancy compost we end up making. All there is there basically is I've used 3 different mixes of compost and 3 different types of early spuds, and so there's 1 in each mix of compost just to try the spuds and try the compost. And I've used Swift, Red Duke of York, and Casablanca is the spuds I've used. I put 2 in each bag, and they're about 30 litres of compost in each bag in the greenhouse. It worked last year with Swift, so I sort of enlarged it from 2 bags of Swift to 9 bags of 3 different types for this year. Okay, mate. Or no, I can even tell you what compost it is if you like. You know, it's 60%. 1 bag is 60% of my homemade compost, 20% worm cast, and 20% recycled coir. And where the weed growers fly tip it, that's where we get the recycled coir from. Bag number or mix number 2 is 40% homemade compost, 20% worm cast, and 40% recycled coir. And the third one is the 40% homemade compost, 40% recycled coir, and 20% charged biochar, and worm casts. So, like I say, and all the mixes had 350 grams of calcified seaweed powder and 350 grams of onions base went in there. So they grow. It'll be interesting for another year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
You know, you got to have a bit of everything. You got to have a bit of a go. It's pointless making all the different varieties of compost if you don't use it, isn't it?
Actually, you got to trial it as well.
Yeah. So anyhow, I've got it all written down. So you know, it for the others, I've got loads of others to do, and they'll all be set in 30-litre bags. So it'll be interesting to see what I can get. And of course, I got them up with me because the extension leads in the bottom corner.
Whereabouts do you get your recycled coir from?
Coir?
Yeah.
The local weed growers or marijuana growers fly tip it all over the place, don't they?
Oh, they fly to it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, round by the Woburn Golf Club.
Yeah.
There's 2 or 3 lanes all the way around there, as you can imagine, because they're in the middle of a bloody wood or forest.
Yeah.
I picked up 900 litres the other day.
Brilliant.
You know, and I've probably got about another 900 litres at home as well. So you can imagine how many of them little bags I'm going to get.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but they fly tip it everywhere, don't they? You know, these I've taken notice what was said on here about using the 50-50 clover professional seed and modular with vermiculite. So obviously it worked because they or some of them grew. The 2 little ones at the front, that just come out instead of 1 plant grown in the pot, there was 2, and I separated them. That's why they're smaller. The object of growing them earlier was in the hope of taking the side shoots off to make some daughter plants, because a lot of times the daughter plants will outgrow the mother plants, won't they?
Yeah.
So that's all that was. Like I say, I told you what the compost is. And again, doing the little yogurt pot in the bottom right hand corner, same as Mick's using now. I've always used them. I've got hundreds of them. I have 2 a day, so hundreds of them. And the missus uses the big ones, so we save them. And I'll just stick a soldering iron through mine just to make the pots. And they started life in the Vitapod, obviously. But there it is. Whether they grow, they grow. And in actual fact, I moved them out of there and put them in a cold greenhouse, and the frost has trimmed a couple of them up. Whether they make it or not, I don't know. But it's strange how it was the same ones, the Damaris, that they didn't like the cold, where it hasn't really affected the other ones. So whether they are really a warm weather tomato or not, I don't know. In the middle, they weren't like the outside where they would catch it, because all I'd done was threw a big net curtain over it all in a cold greenhouse because of the frost for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
If they grow, they grow. Anyhow, next one then, that's just showing where the different peppers that I have sown. The where am I? Yeah, the Jamaican hot ones has been 100% germination. I didn't expect any of the on the right hand side, the Dean Finley giant ones to grow, because the seed's about 2017 seed, so I never expected that anyway. And there's a couple of long chilies, but the others has been pretty poor germination, and the seed probably 3 years old, I would have said. But like I say, the Jamaican long made it, but the others didn't. So that's hopefully I'll have a few pepper plants there.
How do you store your seed?
Sorry?
How do you store your seed?
To be honest, badly. All they are is in little brown paper wage ticket envelopes, and then I've got a rake of tins on the top shelf up here that had panettone chocolate things in at Christmas, and I just put them in there. There's some with tomatoes, some with beans, some with whatever, all the way down the line. So I've not done any special seed saving, if you're with me.
Yeah, I keep mine in the fridge.
Yeah.
I've got a few sealed containers, and the missus doesn't complain often.
Yeah, often, yeah, mine would.
I moved it with it all.
I heard her shouting in the other room. She said, "I bloody well would." But anyhow, that's it is what it is. They're just some beans, Aqua Delusi or something, just as the cheap stock ones that we sell at the gardening shop. They're planted out now, in actual fact, so they've had a couple of frosts on them. But they've still got their heads up. It was funny the other day when I went down there, the ones in the shade, the leaves were all droopy, and the ones in the sunshine, the leaves were all upright. And obviously, when they all got in the sunshine, they're all right. They've been out for a week, had 2 frosts, and they're still looking healthy. So. Sorry?
I have the headphones on.
Who's that? The one at the bottom, mate. Right. Yeah, this picture 5. They're me Pongo dwarf French beans, Lima beans that I grow. It's the 3rd year of growing them in the greenhouse. And there's 9 plants there, and they generally feed 3 families. They're brilliant bean that's been sort of, the Pongo seeds are passed around the country by 2 or 3 growers because you can't buy them in the country. But they're very similar to the Ferrari, if anybody wants to sort of grow them. They're a Lima bean as well. Number 6, Mick, next one, please. That's just a picture. I'll pass this every now and again, this site, and of course it's take as many bags as you like. And that was after I'd already took me 6 bags out of it. I come past there Saturday evening when we shut the lottie shop. And there must have been 30 bags out there, just free of charge. Help yourself, take the bags back. So that's how the horse muck starts its life, and it's guaranteed. That they use different dry foods and all that, and the rest of it, the hay and whatever, is all off of there. They don't use any nasty. They don't use any nasty chemicals or anything. And a lady on the allotments committee there with us, she takes the horses out and exercises on Wednesday morning, and she'll tell you straight there is no nasties in there at all.
Yeah.
I've used it for 3 or 4 years without any problems as well. So where's that? That's that. That's step number 6. Number 7, that's just layering it. And you see where we put a layer of horse muck, and that wood chip that's gone on there must be 3 years old at least. And that's one layer. And the next picture will show the other where, you know, obviously the horse muck's going in. There's a bit of hay, bit of wood shavings in it. The bay there, they're all about 1.5 cubic meters. It's galvanized tin on the inside there, so hopefully it don't rot too quick. But as you can see on the top of the bit, and I believe the next picture probably shows the insulation better me. And see that insulation, that's round all the sides of it. So I get a fair old temperature going in there. I'm usually, when that's up, I've been covered up for a few days, I certainly get it up to about 75 centigrade. So it gets pretty hot to kill any nasties in there. And like I say, it turns me out. Well, there we are. Look, that's pushing time. See where the needle is. About 65 there, isn't it? So, you know, that does get up quite warm in there. Yeah, and obviously, if in the summer, if there's any lawn mowings about, they get a ladder in there as well as.
Yeah.
That's that one then, Mick. Where are we now? The next one.
That's it, really.
Yeah, and temperature starting to rise to about 70. Yeah, that is all of them. And
Yeah.
So that's that. You know, my input for this week.
Lovely. Cheers, Rowley.
Cheers.
Well
then.
done. Like that.
Thank you.
Good man. Right, just having a nose in the old shed again because I need that tray out. Because down there I've got some spent tops. It's dry on the top, but underneath is still a bit damp, so I need to dry it out because I'm still using this as a top dressing for my fruit trees and there's a compost ingredient. But obviously I want my stuff just good in the compost dry mixing. So fertilizers on the roses in the raised bed, top of the garden. So now that's going to get weighted in. Each one that's gone in each corner. Right, back to me. As you can see, I've took the dry stuff off, so the damp stuff underneath. So I'll spread him out. But this is perfect because I've got scaffolding netting around the bottom and the doors open as well, netted. So air movement in here is superb. Whatever greenhouse tunnel you gotta have air movement. So he's leveled out, spread out, and everything is coming into bud now, inside or out. But all my fruit trees in the tunnel is top dressed with the spent tops. And all the fruit trees outside as well. I love it. Someone who's just come on, can you mute yourselves, please? If you got any background. Cheers. Right, you can't see him very well, but I've got 4 fruit trees down there as well. You see me a bit better now because I put spent tops around them. I had fruit off 2 of them last year. I'm hoping to get fruit off the 4 of them this year. Top dressed everything else in the pots. So he's plum, or is it cherry? Plum, I think. Here's my blueberry and my fig. And there's 2 down the bottom. Them was top dressed. 3, sorry. Them was top dressed as well. Eggshells which are dry. This is on the defrost for 20 minutes. It's just make them nice and brittle and all. So then when I bung them in my bag, I'll just smash them up before I put them through the metal grinder. Right, I need my trellis needs a trim, top of the garden. It was obviously. And then notice me sweet peas coming through already. And loads on these last year. So it looks like I've still got them back, which is always good. Right, I've chopped him off. Looks a bit better. plus I can get through. Just using a soft broom collects all the crap up easy enough. Also the edge of it where I won't come through, I've got to clean him off as well. Might as well do it at the same time. So we chop him. If that dries out the top, then I'll turn it over by hand, level it off again so the rest of it dries out. Sweep all that crap up. Looks a bit better. That'll be composted. Right, my fruit trees top of the garden. Blackberry, which I'm training around the back. I've got my 2 wires there and 2 wires there. As you can see. Now I want to move that one down to the bottom wire, and then up there and onto the top wire, because that new growth I got there, he will come in the middle and then back that way. So I've got to make room for him. So there's my new one. So here is going to be transferred down to there. So I'll cut all the string cuts and drop him down, tie him up, and then when he gets a spurt on, he can go on that one. So I've looped him out a bit and then come back that way, across the top. Somebody else asked me during the week the composting ingredients. This is an order I've got to update it. But obviously leaf mold, that's a freebie. Wood burner ash, got to be clean wood, obviously. Straw, even if it's just straw, it's a natural product, use it. Worm casts, if you can get them. We used to get it by the ton, and spent mushroom compost. What's one on rock dust as well for our training sheds. Once we've got the room, I'll still get them back up again. Now I'm running the sheds again. It's a good seller. Wood chip. Wood chip's always a good one. I went down our allotment a few years back. We'd had got a contact for wood chip. He dropped off on the afternoon, say Friday afternoon. It piddled down overnight, went down next morning, and it was steaming, it was cooking. I thought, bloody hell, that's quick. But it's common sense in it. It's going to cook in the middle, it's going to get warm. So that is now one of my ingredients for the compost. Any big lumps, obviously, I'll take them out and just throw them on the, well, it goes down the plot, on the path. But now it's up my garden. They'll get thrown on the borders. Sand, if you've got any spare sand, just don't forget, double handful of everything I'm using. Sawdust, make sure it's clean. Spent mushroom compost. If you ever wonder where you get it from, just put a spent mushroom compost on the internet with your postcode. It'll give you your new supplier. Surprising how many people still flog it. Spent tops, obviously from brewery. Spent barley. They have to get rid of the air hops as well. I've got a blog from Bathams. He comes down once a week. Say, hour allotment side. No, really finished with his anyway, but he still comes and he has to get rid of the hops and he just drops it off down the plot. Spent peat, that's my grow bags from last year. Topsoil, you got to put topsoil in your compost. People forget to put it in, but on Fistful there's millions of good little chaps. Molehills are the best. If the moles, if you've made a molehill, you know it's good soil, but he's nicked all the worms, that's why he's there. Seaweed, can't get much around the Midlands. Bracken, that's another good one. Chop that up. Spent coffee grounds, manures, any manure you can get. Whatever manure you put in, there's your worms. Our Ben eats like a bloody Aussie, eats more than me. So I did a lasagna during the week. Because you don't like mushrooms. I wanted to do the mushrooms separate. So the mushrooms go on first for me and the missus. And then Ben ate that. Then he'll come back and bloody ate that and all. Loves his food. Proper poultry. One of the composting groups, somebody put this on from the States, I think it was. and that was all saying how impressed you were using this to
Chop the worms up.
correct. And I thought, what a load of crap. This is how I fall out with people. So I chop the worms up, no thanks. Worms tears my eat, that's why they were invented. Look after the worms, they will look after you. Obviously, when I took this photo, I got 7 likes and whatever. Now I think it's about 35. That was all complimenting him. Where'd you get that from? And Jesus wept. Yeah, I suppose I've upset him. Couldn't give a monkeys. Right, I had 2 talks last week. When was it? Tuesday, Monday and the Tuesday. So this is my talk outfit. Colleague Garlic Club polo shirt, obviously my jeans, and my desert boots. Desert boots I've been wearing since I was in the mob. Still wear them now, obviously. And we're going away for the for 5 days. And that's what I've packed in for best as well. I thought, right, because do a reunion when I was in the mob, my last ship, HMS Tartar. So I've got that photo out as well. And I put the photo, that one, on the HMS Tartar group. And it says, anybody still wearing their desert boots? Because that's such a lot. This is in the West Indies. And we've all got desert boots on. And them shirts are flower shirts. Obviously, them sacks, what they get the flower in. And the women, luckily, one of them had a brainwave. And they started making shirts out of the flower sacks. Made a bloody bomb. But they're perfect in the sense, you know, them loose you let them you tuck them in, but you don't get hot and sweaty, and then make cats out of them all. So that was our run ashore outfit. Good times. He was a bootneck, because we had Marines on board in case we had anything kick off on our tours. He was part of a riot squad, which I was as well, because I was a seaman gunner. I did train down Portland for that. But, good times. Right, this one, keep calm, make compost, obviously. Compost talk. This was down Marston Green Village Hall in Brum. First time I've been there. But good night. Enjoyed it. They enjoyed it. That's just half time. They wanted a break half time. So we had the bickies and a cuppa. And there's one of the chaps there, Old Fortress, he told me. He brings different things, and that was obviously winter honeysuckle, but the fragrance of it was superb. And there's it's like an hellebore, but he bought a few in. Fragrant was it? Yeah, they then give me the clap. But good night. Couldn't believe this when I saw this. I know it ain't nothing to do with gardening. It just makes my blood boil. Fire crew snub 2 deep rescue. Jesus H Christ. The mind boggles. I say too much on that. I lose people every week because I put crap on there and moaning about. It's nothing to do with gardening. Never mind. I might cut it out next week. Right, me brew. I'm still upending that. I've got to empty that bag.
Oh, look at them.
Me babbies. Look after them. I look after you. So I've emptied off that sack, which is me different manures, don't forget. Spread that out evenly. Then open the other side up. Spread them out on there. Put the 3 carpets back up. Well, the 2 carpets. And that's an old tea towel. Works exactly the same. As long as it's moist. You'll have your worms in between the 2. So I've still got my bucket of rainwater, greenhouse temperature. And there's the last brew. Well, I'll put a mug full in there. That's what I water the compost heap with. And I've got a bit there. It'll get a nice feed. Right, gladioli overwintering in the garage. In my trays. I used to use these trays. I used to get them out the skip. fruit shop down our zone. The back of their shop where they throw all the crap away. I used to get these trays out, plus any extra scraps I want for composting. In fact, the last bit of greens I got out of there, there's a pack of bloody apples in there. I had to not get the stuff. But these trays were superb for storing over winter me gladies and me shallots, exhibition shallots. So I had a quick perv of them, and close up, you just see the shallots starting to slowly throw the roots out. So when I got time, maybe next week after, I'll turn these over the right way up. Because I did skin these at the end of last year. Make sure there's no crap. Right, that's where I got some of my seeds, my cannas in the bedroom. So have a quick nose of that. Needed weights again, so I get a good quick waiter. Right, this is our florist at the top of Colligate. Obviously the back door of the florist. Now they return these or bin them. These florist buckets are perfect. I must have had about 300 from our local florist. Over the years, that was for myself, for the 2 allotments I did was disabled, and for the school kids. The school kids had one of these each, fully multi-purpose compost to put one spud in. Then they had to put their name on a label, then they'd look after it. They had another bucket, multi-purpose compost, and so thinly carrots. But that was brilliant. So I needed another dollop of there. Because instead of me buying pots for my canners and giving them away, I can now pot them up in these and give these away. So I bought them up. This is on the front of the house. This is the protection. This is getting here. These are my Alstrom areas. Now them at the back of the garden, there was about an inch and a half high. But this is from last year. If we have a close up, there's flowers on him. If we go the other side, there's flowers on him. So if they have got the protection, they will flower because you've got good growing condition for them. Same as cannas.
Is that a south-facing wall, Nick?
Yeah.
Because the sun's on it, you know.
Yeah, it's ideal for them. It's the same with cannas. I mentioned this a couple of weeks back. There's a place in the States, a state in the States, and they get no winter whatsoever. And they can grow cannas forever, 12 months of the year, and them flowering. Obviously, you got to job them because they go bloody haywire. You've got to separate them. It's got to be the same with these Austromerias. If they got the good growing conditions, they'll keep growing. Right, my tea bag, what I make my manure brew out. I want to use them again, so I washed him and dried him out. Right, indoor plants. Nice sunny day, no wind, so the lot is going outside. And I'm going to give him a good watering and a nice brew, nice feed. Them to a put eye, obviously, because they're overhanging. Now, the one where I got him out from, obviously, threw water while he was in there, bit of compost on the bottom. Then I looked at them lot there, bloody worms. I thought, poor Bennett, how the hell have they survived? Because this lot was dry as a ferret. So I took a bit of film. Perfect. So they went in the bin. Right, these not drying out, you got to keep an eye on them. Because if the sun is out, then don't forget it's a greenhouse, glass house, whatever you want to call it. But stuff will dry out. And my straws, have I lost these? I don't know, they might come back. I only need 6 of them. Right, these little chaps, sort them out as well, which we did. Right, that one used to be upstairs. So, but he was growing at the top and the side, so he was transferred down to the bottom. And these, the rest of them was left out to drain through completely. I can remember having him as a 10-inch plant from Lidl. about 3-4 months back. I wish I'd have had 2 or 3 now. Having said that, you've got a bloody storeroom here, having room. But he went back up there, ideal, in the bathroom upstairs. Right, turning my spent ops again, drying that out. Right, my second talk, obviously this is the next day. So we've done that right in the day. This was a Burntwood Garden Guild. This was a Rugeley Road. Comes under Walsall. Been here a few times. Over the years, I think they've had 5 talks off me. But this section here, they have something on every week. You got to do something, or else we do it. And this was making. It's got to be handmade. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, "God, Benny, that's brilliant." Because that's me to judge it as he was doing his spiel, the chairman at the beginning. So I looked at all these lot. He was still going on, and I put my markers down there, which was just writing down. And I'll get him first prize. That was superb. I should have got a close up of it. But the detail in making that. He nearly had second, or her. That one I should say. But then I looked at the detail of these as well. And all of them was made each individual. So they had a second, third, and a fourth. There was 4 prizes. But brilliant. That's my cards I dish out and everything I flog. And you can all use them as foliar feeds as well. Right, back to me little chaps. 4 or 5 days, the water is changing. So these I'm okay for getting them out. And obviously, if I see one breaking through, and I've never had one where I've had to scrape it. Don't forget, these are solid when I start off the canna seeds. You have to file it just to score it. And the moisture then gets in there. And I'd have thought he'd have popped out there, but he doesn't. He breaks through himself. I've never had a chap pop out there yet. Weird. But that's nature. Weird and wonderful. So if I'm potting on, and I'll put that name on the side of this drinking cup and just place him in. Give him a good watering. Lynn get us some yellow orange canna seed I had from Nepal when I went out there with her daughter. I think her daughter was running for her charity or something. But while I was there, I saw loads of cannas, wild, and they just borrowed some seed off. Now these are the seed that it's the best germination so far. They're superb. We bought me 2 lots out of them. So this tray is slowly filling up, and when I do get a gap there, and pop these on once I've spurging. So we slowly get in there. Just keeping an eye on the chaps. And you got to watch for the level on these. Having said that, there's another photo I saw this afternoon. And they don't put any water in, and it's just a tissue, and just keep that moist. But obviously, you got to have the time to check the moisture content of the tissue. Getting these out. There's only one bit of movement, so I thought, right, I'm going to put him on. So I separated them lot, folded it over, weighted it, and then did it the same again. So that's double strength, if that makes sense. So I can pick that lot up easily. The one that's spurted, he'll go in there. So them was put in the propagator, and I'll just keep an eye on that, keep that nice and moist. Try them that way, because this has got permanent warmth where the other one and when it was originally. This is just crap about the post office. Shit again. Still ain't being sorted. That's highness during the week. We had crap day of rain and night, flooded the place out. And Russian gets a bit dirty, so he put a jumpsuit on for her. Sophie, no, fiddle on it. Good girl. If it starts smelling something now and it wants to roll in it, taught her to piddle on it. There's a good one. Right, select seeds. Got me a sweet candle seed from them. Mate asked for some, so I've split them. Seeds I was given from my talk in Wales. Heritage seed. Lost a few of our lot for they want some, and I've dished them lot out as well. We had a committee meeting. Lydia asked for them lot. Joe and Amy asked for them, obviously, and we wanted some time. Them lot, anybody interested was on Zoom, obviously. Well, I think, well, I'm going to send the stamped wrist envelope. Cost more than the bloody seed. If anybody's interested in any of them, you can have them. Just message me at the end. Right, indoor fruit. Middle orange, or another one. This was on the news yesterday, I think. Chap up, obviously, sub postmaster from Scotland, and he was treated like crap more than anyone else, and he's still fighting to get sorted out. What the hell is up with this? Then this is on the news last night. 700 plus prosecuted, 100 now potentially cleared. What do you mean potentially? Bloody clearing. New law in effect from July. That's bloody miles away. God, we're thick as shit. Right, this was put on was somebody put on during the week. It was growing. Now there's three full seed trays here with 15 tray inserts in. Plastic drinking cups fit perfectly in them, meaning you can move them around the greenhouse or whatever. I used to start off in seed trays. Compost was in the seed tray, but getting that out of the tray insert, you knacker the tray insert up. So that's why I converted to using drinking cups. So the bloke who put a photo of the growing in tray inserts, I sent this to him. Says my tray inserts have lasted for years by using this way. Plus, there's no disturbance when I get him out of that pot where there was when I was getting him out of the tray insert, if that makes sense. Family returned dog to the dog's trust as it cost too much to feed. I bloody curled up when I seen that. Brilliant. Still on quite a few groups with the canners, and this is another one I saw. This is just having moist tissue paper. Look at them, how they've spurt in there. Yeah, they're not even covered by moisture. Great aid nature. So if I can get one of them containers. This was another one. This is from a mate in this canna groups all over now. It's spreading. This was off a mate in South Africa. When you're told that mining coal is bad, but mining copper, lithium, cobalt, and nickel is good, you know you're being conned. Gladys. A few people have asked where can we get there's two large gladioli companies gone folded in the last couple of years where you get coal from. But this is from pheasant taking plants in South Wales. That's a good one. Ruffles, I've had him before, and the more Regletto. But there's some good ones on there. Saw this during the week. Peat-free compost. 50-litre bag. 21 quid. Jesus H Christ. Plus postage. My compost has an earthy smell. I've only had it for a month. Is that good? Yeah, same as mine. You got a photo, Mary? We'll show you mine then. Still waiting for a photo of her. And must have heard about these lot in the comments during the week. God, they must laugh at us, everybody else. Another nose in me, that's what I want to see. These are all photos I got out just to end on. that was my second exhibit I'd ever entered at Malvern Autumn Show. I got a second with him, which I was chuffed with. This was during COVID. Obviously, we got no show, so I got got gladies coming out of me rag ass. So I donated these to old folks home just up the road. I was really chuffed with them. I said, "Oh, no, found this photo out as well. This is because I'm in the Gladioli Society Facebook group as well. During the growing season, you can put photos in of your gladies and online, because if they're early or later than the show, you can still exhibit them. It's a good idea. And I'll put these in. And I'll come flush with these, so I could grow them. I think that was 2 weeks before our show. Obviously too early. But Caucus, then was nice and all the prims. Look at that, blue skies, sun. Shalimar, nice prim, love him. Beautiful, 5 open. That's what I call me velvet. I used to get loads of them. But they do look like velvet as well. As I felt it. All my raised beds, don't forget, the only one disadvantage with the raised bed, they dry out quicker. Just top dressing with straw. So I just planted them out, then strawed it. And that will get strawed next. When I was taking the kids down to my plot, I've always got to take some at home. Obviously, nicking me bloody gladdies. Little horrors. He got in touch with me last week. He's 18 now. He said, "Mick, I'm going to take you for a few beers." Good lad. This is been made from First Acre plants. Rob. This was a spring show, I think, yeah. But I met him a few places when I've been talking or exhibiting. And this was a Kidderminster show. This was 10 years ago. First time I'd ever been to it. I thought, bloody hell, brilliant show. And then because of cutbacks, it folded the next year. But I got a second there with me Gladdy. That's the first Gladdy I put in local. I've chuffed with them as well. Showing fruit. Fruit judges don't like you exhibiting anything underneath, i.e. leaves. They like it just the fruit that you put in. I think it enhances the exhibit. And there's 2 raspberry. This is I'm trying to think where the show was. Can't remember. What does it say on there? What does it mean? No, of course it's had a Womban. Got it. So I've got first and second there with me blackberries and me raspberries. Colligate Garlic Club, Garth Davis, onions and leeks enjoying the morning sun. It's interesting that the plants that were growing in the greenhouse are looking stronger than the ones on the lights. Which tells me you can't beat sunlight. I Mick, just had a short note to say many thanks for visiting our guild last Tuesday and giving a humorous and informative talk about a year on the plot. It was thoroughly enjoyed by all our members. Thank you very much, sir. This was our committee meeting Friday night down our new local. Just sorting out. We were committee meeting week before the general meeting. Sorting other bits and pieces out as well. Well done, team, my new team. And this is John Bennington from Crew and his Mrs. Coral. He's given us a talk at our next meeting. I think it's the 7th, first Thursday in March. Year on the plot he's doing. Good lad. He's retired now, so I've got to talk him into doing more talks. I think he's got about 6 talks. But obviously we've had them all. So I've got to talk him to try and do another one. Now he's got time on his hands. But he's a good lad. Good speaker as well. Right, now this is coincidence. Because I've got mates all over the world. This mate is Henry from Manila, and he's into raised beds. We learn things off each other. So these are raised beds. Something a 4 foot wide, and you can reach the middle. Then just build those beds up. You see it a bit better here. Now there he's using pebbles and bricks, whatever you can get hold of. If you've got nothing, don't use nothing to hold the sides up. Just build it up in the middle. And I've been put this on advertising this, and my mate Henry, who's from Manila, he saw it. What time is this in the Philippines? I have a few friends interested to join, and I worked it out. And for us to start tonight at 7:30, it's 3:30 in the morning there. So I'm sorry, Henry, but you've missed out. Blessed people. Hope you've enjoyed that.
Very good. Thank you, Mick.
There's no Zoom next week because
Okay.
I'm away all week, so I've got no photos and so. But so the next Zoom will be the 10th of March.
10th of March.
10th
Yep.
of March. Thank you to my inputters tonight.
Yeah,
Yep.
nice job, everybody.
We had a good talk from your select season in the week, Mick. David Thornton, he done a good talk.
Yeah, I think we've had them all. I've had all the talks.
Mm.
Yeah.
And he gave everybody some fillet beans, packet of fillet beans each. There was what did he say? 52 people he counted up there.
Yeah, brilliant.
Same place as you came, like, you know.
Yeah. He got some good talks, so he has. He does good on fertilizers.
Yeah, well, that was the one that he done for us on fertilizers.
Oh,
and so what surprised me about it really was the fertilizers that we ordinarily buy from the local nurseries and stuff is only about a third of the strength that the farmers use.
yeah.
You know.
Mm.
But that
Well,
was
you get
interesting.
somebody stuff bloody suing him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Cheers, Lizzie.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, then, people.
All right. Cheers, then, mate.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
See you later, Andy.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
See you
all.
Yes,
See
everyone.
ya.
Bye.
Ta-ra.
Thanks for
Bye.
joining.